California is a top choice for vacationers all around the world. I'm going to cover 30 of the best places to visit in this state. The weather is pleasant, the beaches are beautiful. The history of California is also fascinating, from the early indigenous people who lived here to the Spanish explorers who first came here in the 1500s. In this video, I'm going to talk about some of the best things to do in California. I'll also touch on some of the state's history and why it's such an interesting place. The longest pier on the West Coast is located in Santa Cruz, California. It stretches 2,745 feet, or 836 meters, into the Pacific Ocean. This sunny vacation destination is just a short drive from San Francisco and offers both beautiful beaches and a small town feel. Unwind with a drink at one of the many breweries or wineries located here. There are many seafood restaurants and museums to enjoy as well. While local shops can be fun, there is no replacement for natural beauty. Watching the sunset at the Natural Bridges State Beach is a beautiful experience. This rock formation is often a perch for many bird life. Did you know that the city of Sacramento now sits 10 feet higher than it originally did? After the disastrous flood of 1862, residents decided to raise the city by 10 feet in order to avoid any damage from future flooding. Much of the now underground original city still exists today, and you can even tour parts of it. After exploring the mysterious underground areas, enjoy the city's up-and-coming food scene. This city is a leader in farm-to-table dining, and it boasts 40 farmers markets. Sacramento is also known as the City of Trees. It ranks in the top 10 cities in the world for trees per capita. When visiting LA, one of the best experiences can be had at the Griffith Observatory. This portal to our galaxy has no admission fee and offers a plethora of exhibits. Since opening in 1935, over 7 million people have looked through the observatory's original telescope. More people have looked through this telescope than any other in the world. Not only can you get a great view of the sky above, but the attraction is very well located to provide views of LA, the ocean, and the upscale homes of the Hollywood Hills. While there is no admission fee, there is a fee for parking. Consider taking an Uber or carpool. Monterey, California is the perfect place to visit if you want to enjoy the beauty of the Pacific Ocean and its wildlife. This historic city has been a fishing port and military base for many years. Monterey Bay Aquarium is the best place to visit if you're looking for something to do in the city. It has been ranked as one of the top 10 aquariums in North America by TripAdvisor. The aquarium houses over 100,000 marine animals belonging to over 800 species and offers an opportunity to explore the world's oceans from shore. The aquarium also promotes conservation through its exhibits, research projects, and education programs. Monterey's submarine canyon allows whales and dolphins to be seen with just the naked eye. Napa Valley is the foremost wine-growing region in Northern California. It is renowned for producing some of the highest quality wine in all of the U.S. Wine production began here in 1847, and it is the oldest wine-growing region in California. It has some of the most expensive wineries in the world, and it features numerous luxury resorts as well. Napa Valley features scenic views which can be explored by wine tours that include wine tastings, or you can enjoy a bike tour to take in all of Napa Valley's beauty. Welcome to Death Valley, California. It's a great place to visit because of its unique landscape, history, and all of the things to do here. At 3.3 million acres, Death Valley is the largest national park in the continental United States. This national park has a hot desert climate with lots of sand dunes and salty lakes. The highest point in Death Valley is Telescope Peak at 11,049 feet above sea level. Badwater Basin is one of the lowest points in North America at 282 feet below sea level. This basin is composed of almost pure table salt. Death Valley became a national monument on March 17, 1933 by Franklin D. Roosevelt due to its natural beauty and historic value. Big Sur, California is a beautiful place to visit. There are many things to do here, and it has favorable weather during all seasons. One of the most interesting things about Big Sur is its unique history. The area was originally occupied by the Esselen people, and then it became a part of Mexican land in 1822. Afterwards, it became a part of the United States in 1848 when California became a state. One of the most popular things to do in Big Sur is to hike or bike along Scenic Highway 1, which goes all the way down to Monterey Bay on one end and up to San Luis Obispo on the other. The coastline is also something worth seeing, as well as Bixby Bridge, which was built in 1932. It spans over 300 feet long with two towers that are 175 feet high. Lake Tahoe is a popular destination for tourists and locals alike. There is no shortage of available activities to do here. The popular activities include hiking, biking, boating, fishing, golfing, and skiing. The history of Lake Tahoe goes all the way back to the Pleistocene era when it was created by glaciers. It's been an important part of California's economy for over 150 years. It's also home to one of the most famous resorts in the world, the Ritz-Carlton Lake Tahoe Resort. One of the best things about visiting Tahoe is the lake itself. It's peaceful, serene, and shimmers and glistens all day long. The cool water is a welcome respite on hot days in the summertime. However, it is an amazing destination all year round. Santa Monica Pier is a fun destination that is a 15-mile drive from downtown Los Angeles. The pier is home to the Pacific Park, which includes the world's only solar-powered Ferris wheel. The pier was built in 1909 and has been renovated many times throughout the years. The pier is host to a variety of events, including concerts and movie screenings. It is also home to an amusement park with roller coasters, bumper cars, and other rides for all ages. Santa Monica Pier offers plenty of things to do for visitors. There are restaurants with delicious food, shops with souvenirs from all over the world, and games that everyone can enjoy. Visitors can also take advantage of the beautiful views of the ocean or just relax on one of the many benches available on the pier. San Diego is an amazing place to visit with so many things to do and see. The beaches are beyond beautiful. It is also a great place for history buffs to explore as it has so many museums and historical locations. San Diego has long been a popular tourist destination due to its proximity to the Pacific Ocean and its favorable climate. The city is home to a number of beaches, including Mission Beach, Coronado Beach, Ocean Beach, and more. There are also a number of national parks in San Diego, including Balboa Park, that features some beautiful gardens and museums such as the San Diego Museum of Art. The USS Midway Museum is one of the most popular attractions in San Diego because it's one of only 2 aircraft carriers on display in the United States. The museum offers tours that give visitors an inside look at this historic ship, which was instrumental to victory in World War II. Do you want to visit the oldest tree in the world? It began its life around the same time that humans began the practice of writing. The ancient Bristlecone pine forest is home to several trees that are over 4,000 years old, with the oldest believed to be almost 5,000 years old. Located in California on the Nevada border, these natural wonders will leave you in awe. If you want to enjoy some of the most beautiful beaches in all of California, but you also enjoy that small town feel, Laguna Beach is the place for you. Laguna Beach is a small town in Southern California that has a collection of 36 beaches. There are many interesting things to do. One of the best things to do is to visit the Bowers Museum, which was founded in 1927 and houses one of the largest collections of Latin American art in the world. One can also go hiking at Crystal Cove State Park, which is located just south of Laguna Beach. The park has trails that lead to beaches and secluded coves with tide pools where you can explore marine life. Alcatraz Island's infamy inside of American culture is troubling, but also immensely intriguing. It was the site of the most famous prison in American history. It now houses a museum that tells the story of how Alcatraz became synonymous with toughness and punishment. Alcatraz Island is also home to some interesting natural landmarks, such as beautiful views of San Francisco Bay and Angel Island, as well as a few wild animals, including seals. There are many tours that offer different perspectives on Alcatraz's past. Visitors can take a ferry from Pier 33 or Pier 41, or they can take a boat from Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco. You can also tour by foot or by bike. The natural beauty of the giant trees of Sequoia National Park is undeniable. It is also a great place to spend time with family and friends. There are many things to do here, such as hiking, fishing, camping, and horseback riding. Sequoia National Park was established in 1890 by the U.S. Congress as the second national park in the country. The park includes both Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks, which are connected by the General's Highway. There are many giant trees that were planted here in 1875 by John Muir, who was an American naturalist and explorer. He wanted to plant the giant trees here so that people could see them for themselves and be amazed by their size and beauty. Palm Springs is a desert city resort in Southern California. The city attracts people from all over the world as it offers something for everyone. It has an aerial tramway that takes visitors to the top of San Jacinto Mountain to provide amazing views of the Coachella Valley below. There are many mid-century homes that were built in Palm Springs during its boom time as a resort town in the 1950s and 60s. The homes are now historical monuments that are worth visiting. Local food is also something that you should never miss out on when visiting Palm Springs. There are many restaurants that serve traditional Mexican food, Italian food, and Indian cuisine, among others. Santa Barbara, California is a cultural hub that will leave your soul feeling enriched and whole. Some of the most popular attractions here are the beaches, the Old Mission, and the Museum of Art. The Old Mission was built in 1786, and it still stands today as one of the oldest buildings in California. The Museum of Art has many great paintings by famous artists such as Monet and Picasso. There is also a robust collection of Greek and Roman antiquities here. Another superb venue is the Granada Theater. Local and national touring ballet and symphonies grace this nearly 100-year-old site. There are a lot of other things to do here, from shopping, dining, hiking, and just enjoying an afternoon at the beach. Santa Barbara will leave you feeling refreshed and inspired. Beautiful Newport Beach is a coastal city and a popular tourist destination for Orange County, California. The water here is calm, which makes it easy for swimming, surfing, and boating. The city also offers whale watching tours. The Newport Beach Harbor features many shops, restaurants, and beautiful views. The history of this city dates back to 1769, when Spanish explorers first discovered it. It was originally a fishing village until the arrival of wealthy investors in the late 1800s. This led to its development as an exclusive resort destination. The most iconic name in the film industry is Hollywood, California. For over 100 years, innumerable iconic films have been produced here. Some of the largest film studios, such as Warner Brothers, Universal, and Paramount Pictures, are located here. Most major studios offer tours that are open to the general public. The most recognizable movie stars have been memorialized here in the Walk of Fame. These stars span 15 blocks and feature over 2,500 actors and actresses. The Hollywood sign was built almost 100 years ago in 1923, and it originally read Hollywoodland. It was created to promote a new housing development in the Hollywood district. While it was only meant to stand for a year and a half, it has stood the test of time, becoming an American icon. Joshua Tree National Park is one of the most popular parks in all of California. It contains more than 800,000 acres of land that are preserved for future generations to enjoy. It is a popular destination for stargazing, hiking, biking, camping, and exploring different trails. The park also has a rich history that includes Native Americans who lived in the area before it became a national park. Visitors can take guided tours or go on a Jeep tour. As for the history of Joshua Tree National Park, it was established in 1994 by President Bill Clinton and expanded in 2008 by President George W. Bush. Long Beach is one of the best cities to visit in all of the West Coast. It is perfect for a weekend getaway or even just have dinner with friends. The Queen Mary ship is one of the most iconic places in Long Beach. The ship was built in 1934, and after initially serving its purpose as an ocean liner, it served as troop transport during World War II. After the war, it was turned into a stationary hotel and tourist attraction. It has been featured in many Hollywood movies such as Pirates of the Caribbean and Ghost Ship. It's also been used for filming commercials such as Ford's Lincoln and Mercury campaigns. There are many attractions nearby, but one of the favorites by far is the Long Beach Marina, which offers boat tours, fishing charters, and kayaking. Downtown Los Angeles is one of the most well-known locations to people all around the world. It is a hub for art and culture with more than 300 galleries, live music venues, museums, theaters, and cinemas. With this area being so multicultural, there are many great restaurants in downtown LA that are great for people that like to eat out and explore different cuisines from a variety of nations. There are art museums in downtown LA that house some of the most famous works by artists such as Picasso and Matisse. San Francisco is a beautiful city with a rich history. It is the headquarters for many of the largest tech companies such as Facebook and Google. There are also a lot of museums, parks, restaurants, and bars here. The Golden Gate Bridge is one of the most iconic landmarks in the entire nation. It's one of the most photographed bridges in the world. Cable cars are another popular attraction that people can take to get around town. You can also enjoy scenic views from high up in the hillsides. The Palace of Fine Arts was built for the Panama Pacific International Exposition in 1915 and is now an arts center with free admission that houses art exhibitions, concerts, performances, festivals, and other events year-round. There's so many things to do in San Francisco that you could spend weeks here without running out of things to do. Mono Lake is a very unique body of water. It is the second largest terminal lake in North America, which means there are no outlets. The only way water leaves is by evaporation. The water in this lake is hypersaline, which makes it a perfect habitat for microbes and other organisms that can't be found anywhere else on Earth. Mono Lake was inhabited for more than 10,000 years by Native Americans before the arrival of Europeans. They used the tufa formations to make useful tools like arrowheads and fishhooks. Nowadays, visitors come to Mono Lake to see these tufa formations, as well as to enjoy its natural beauty and explore the area's history. Rodeo Drive is one of the most well-known streets in the city of Los Angeles, California. It is a favorite destination for celebrities, tourists, and shoppers alike. The reason that this area is one of the most popular shopping streets in the world is that it has been home to some of the most prestigious luxury brands and boutiques for over 60 years now. Many people visit Rodeo Drive to see its famous stores and shops such as Gucci, Tiffany & Company, Louis Vuitton, Jimmy Choo, Prada, Cartier, and more. The history of Rodeo Drive dates back to the 1950s when it was a dirt road with only a few houses on either side. The first store opened on this street in 1953 when Maximilian Topper set up his shoe store here. Some destinations shouldn't be visited for their apparent beauty and extravagance, but as a reminder of what can happen when land isn't respected. In a way, infrastructure decay holds its own form of beauty. In the 1950s and 60s, the Salton Sea was a booming resort retreat for many Americans. Unfortunately, fertilizer runoff from local farms destroyed the ecosystem of the lake and killed off much of the wildlife. By the 1980s, the smell of rotting fish began to repel visitors, and the area remains a shell of its former self. The nearby lawless town of Slab City is a direct reflection of what our lives might be like if modern civilization fails. Yosemite National Park is a beautiful place to visit. It is located in the Sierra Nevada mountain range in California. It has many waterfalls, camping areas, and wildlife. It also has a rich history that can be traced all the way back to the Native Americans who first inhabited the area. Yosemite National Park was established October 1st, 1890. The park spans a massive 747 square miles and features many mountains, forests, meadows, lakes, and rivers. The park houses many different species of animals, including black bears, coyotes, deer, elk, and more. The giant redwood trees of Redwood National Park will make you feel very tiny in comparison. There are many things to do and see here. Most of the park is covered in old-growth redwood trees. These trees are the tallest in the world, and they can live for thousands of years. The park has many hiking trails that take you through the forest and past all sorts of amazing sights. Redwood National Park was established in 1968 because people were destroying these beautiful trees. They were cutting them down to build houses, furniture, or just to make room for other types of vegetation. The people who lived in this area wanted to protect their beloved redwoods, so they created a preserve for them. Some people visit this park because it's beautiful and peaceful, but others come here just to see the full history. Malibu is a great place to visit if beautiful beaches are your thing. It is a 22-mile stretch of beaches that are perfect for surfing, swimming, fishing, and other water activities. There are also many hiking trails in Malibu that offer scenic views and beautiful vistas of the Pacific Ocean. There are many other things to do in Malibu, such as shopping, going out for dinner, or catching a movie at one of the local theaters. If you want to learn more about the history of this amazing city, then be sure to visit Malibu Heritage Museum. It was founded in 1968 by community volunteers, and it preserves the history of this great city through pictures and artifacts. Fern Canyon is a hidden paradise of towering walls covered in beautiful ferns and mosses. There are also waterfalls, trickling streams, and a beautiful dense forest. It looks like it is in Jurassic Park, and that's because it is. Parts of Jurassic Park 2 were filmed here. It was created by the Santa Ana River as it cut through the coastal range, carving out a deep gorge. The area is perfect for hiking, biking, picnics, and fishing excursions. Visitors can also enjoy the scenic drive along Highway 1 or take part in various guided tours offered by local companies. The Pacific Coast Highway is one of the most scenic roads in all of America. It's a long and winding road that hugs the coastline and provides stunning views of the ocean. The Pacific Coast Highway passes through some of California's most beautiful coastal towns and beaches, including Malibu, Santa Barbara, Monterey Bay, Big Sur, Morro Bay, and San Francisco. There are also plenty of other locations to explore along the way, including lighthouses and movie locations. The history of this highway is also quite interesting. It was commissioned in 1937 by President Roosevelt as part of his New Deal legislation. The highway was built to connect the coast from north to south, and it quickly became one of the most popular scenic routes in California due to its natural beauty. And that is going to conclude today's video. California is still a beautiful state that has a lot to offer. Be sure to subscribe as we post new videos every week.